What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Down the Fairway. In today's episode of Down the Fairway, I'm going to give you my 2 best tips for death putting. Now, a death putt is a putt where a basket is next to the out of bounds or maybe a hillside, which makes that putt have a little bit more stress involved because of the fear of 3 putting. Now, in today's world, especially on the Pro Tour, we have to deal with this a lot with the raised basket. But today I'm going to focus on just your regular death putt, the downhiller, or one that is on a slope and you're afraid of missing and maybe getting a roll away. In my opinion, there is only 2 ways to go about death putting. These are those 2 ways. The first way I'm going to explain is pretty simple. Putt it with confidence. I see a lot of people go up to death putts and they'll putt it tentatively. What I mean by that is they'll give it a half bid, and I hear this a lot. Oh, I gave that a half bid. Now, the problem with this is when you give something a half bid, you'll end up short arming it, or that speed that your arm makes isn't used to doing that motion. It's not a speed that you practice, which means you'll most likely pull it or leave it early. You're not going to be as accurate with a half go. Now, there can be an art to giving it a half go, but you have to practice it like anything else. And it's something that I don't see a lot of people doing. So if you want to get good at those death putts and giving it a half run, that needs to be a skill that you practice. But my best tip for you is pretty simple. You either go for it 100% or you lay it up 100%. I've been a lot more successful in my career just giving it a full send on those death putts and not worrying about the consequence. If you are worried about it and you're worried about the 3 putt, your mindset is already where it shouldn't be, and you should just look at the ground and toss it to the ground. There's been a bunch of times where I have 3 putted because I was afraid of the moment or afraid of the consequences of missing that putt. And that's not a good mindset to go in to making one of those clutch putts or a death putt. The reason I like to give them 100% and not change my putt very often is because then afterwards I can feel good about it. Whether I miss it or not, I knew I gave it 100% and I wasn't afraid of the outcome. And remember, there is no shame in laying up a death putt. There's no shame in looking at the bottom of the basket and pitching it to the bottom. So basically what it comes down to is my tips are either go for it 100% or lay it up 100%. Don't do anything in between. You'll save yourself a lot of strokes and a lot of stress. Thank you for joining this episode of Down the Fairway. Remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment in the section below, and as always, I'll see you down the fairway.